How to sell tea from home. Can I sell tea blends online? And do I need a license to even sell tea online? In this video, I'm gonna give you 19 different ways to actually start a tea business. And I'm gonna do it on this board, and we're gonna do that. All right, so how do you sell tea, Damien, in 19 different ways? So as you can see back on the board behind me, I've got my amazing drawing again with our amazing teacup in 19 different ways that I'm gonna go through each one of them and explain exactly how this works. But before we do, if you are not aware of it yet, we have a brand new memberships program here on YouTube, specifically here on our channel. You've got to check out the link down below where it says join. There's a little box there. There are 3 different tiers, and they are different paid levels that you can become members, and there are perks that are related to each level and each tier. It's definitely something that helps us out to continue to make free content for you guys as well. And plus, it helps you guys reach out to us depending upon the tier that you can. You actually can work with us directly and you can get advice, you can get tips. You also get access to additional codes and discounts for different types of programs and additional things that we have on marketingfoodonline.com, including different types of products and services. And that is something you definitely want to check out. So let's dive right into it. I got my board up here behind me. I'm gonna go through this different types of ways to sell tea. Some of these might be very new to you. Some of them might be something that you're already aware of, but it's definitely something I wanted to put together to help you brainstorm and come up with some fantastic ideas on how to start and sell and grow your tea business. So number 1, bulk loose teas. So yes, you can actually sell tea online in bulk if you were not aware of this. You can purchase it on numerous different channels. It could even be Alibaba, it could be eBay, it could even be on Amazon, believe it or not, in bulk. And you could turn around, put your label on it, and flip it and sell it in bulk. Now, if you have a distributor that's outside the US and you were getting it in massive quantities, that's even better because that gives you an opportunity to also break it down into 5 pound, 2 pounds, or even 1 pound bags in bulk bags and sell it in bulk. That's number 1. Number 2, reselling already existing brands. Reselling brands that are already on the marketplace right now. There is a ton, probably a few hundred different types of tea brands that are already in the marketplace. You can simply buy them, flip them, and put them onto places like eBay, Etsy, or Amazon, or any type of bonanza.com, any website that you can think of, but you're simply taking the product and you're reselling it. Now, with all of these different concepts in mind, be aware though of the types of permits and licenses that you will need depending upon the different types of business that you're going to run. Now, if you're going to be storing food and you're going to have a warehouse where there's any type of food product, including tea, make sure you check with the FDA because they actually require a registration of your facility based upon their regulations. Any type of a facility that stores, ships, or manufactures or handles food products, it has to be registered with the FDA. So keep that in mind too. There are legalities and things that you need to make sure you do on almost all of these concepts and ideas. Number 2, all right, so number 3, tea bundles. So what exactly is tea bundling? So if you were to put together a variety of teas, maybe popular varieties of teas with different flavor profiles, different types of teas from green teas, red teas, black teas, and so on, it is a really unique way to create a listing. It will set you apart when you are online. I know this for a fact because I actually do this with our snack and candy business and our baked goods. We put together a lot of products and bundle them. Same thing goes with tea. If you have a variety of tea products, why not put them together? You actually will increase the individual transaction amount. You will satisfy the customer's love for maybe a variety of different teas, and they don't have to buy them in broken down 1 pound bags or a variety of different types of packaging that you may have them in. So bundling and putting them together on one specific listing with a variety creates a great product for your customer. And again, if you're already new to this, maybe, or if you're not new to this, if you're already used to this on e-commerce, you might have already been doing bundling and it works out fantastic because it's gonna create a really higher price point. We actually have, for instance, I'll give you an example. There's a snack product that we have where there's 3 different flavors of a specific nuts. We have these roasted nuts that we do. There's 3 different flavors, but it's like a $39 or $49 transaction. So instead of the individual bag, which is normally around 12 bucks or so, we actually make that transaction nearly $40. That's huge because I can take that, put it in a box and ship it and take less amount of time, but I'm making more money than having to do individual bags. So definitely check out bundling. Number 4, bundling tea products with tea. Now, what does that mean, Damien? Now, if you were to be selling tea, there's a lot of other products that go great with it. There are teapots, there's kettles, there's all kinds of steepers that you steep the tea with. there is a variety of other products that you can actually put together, not necessarily a gift basket, don't get me wrong, but just simply selling a variety of teas with other tea products, or even tea cups. Funny coffee cups, funny coffee mugs, or tea mugs, tea cups. Those are fantastic products that you can combine with your tea, and you increase that individual transaction price point, and you're gonna sell a more of a dollar amount than you would if you didn't have additional products with your tea in particular. So adding tea with other different products increases the value of that one single transaction. That's another way to sell tea. Next up, number 5. This one is my favorite because we have probably 3 dozen or so, 4 dozen subscription services with snacks, pretzels, brittle candies, cookies, and a whole bunch of other things, but tea subscriptions. So if you can bring together a variety of teas every single month and ship them out on a regular basis, you can create a tea subscription business. That is something that's lucrative because it brings in money every single month. And as it grows, or people offer it and maybe even send it to a family member, it's a great gift idea, and it will allow you to have a constant flow of revenue every single month. And tea subscriptions are great too, because if you go to cratejoy.com, there's a website called cratejoy.com, which is what we use for our subscription business. If you go there and you create a tea business subscription storefront on their website, the great thing is as you begin to ship out the products every month, you could put a QR code on that label and you could send them over to your website, and you could gain additional traffic to your website organically without having to pay for it by simply putting a QR code with a link to your tea business website. Great idea. It's another way to sell teas. So you got subscriptions. Number 6, curated teas. Now this is slightly different than tea bundling, but when you curate teas, there are some people who, and I've actually seen this online, I've seen it a lot on eBay as a matter of fact, is that you could take a variety of different tea bags and you bring them together in almost like a gift box in a sense, but it's a curated variety of different teas. They could be twinnings, they could be different types of store brand teas as well. Any brand that you can think of, you could bring together a variety of tea bags, and you could put it into like a 25 pack or a 20 pack or even 50 pack, but it has a variety of teas. But it's another way that you can actually sell tea online, and it's simply curating different flavor profiles. Curating tea. Number 7, of course, now we can start talking about where we're gonna sell these. Amazon is, of course, the top of the list for us because, of course, bulk of our business that we do online comes from Amazon, but we have a store on eBay, Etsy, and everyone else in between, as I mentioned in some of my other videos. But Amazon is a great place to sell tea, actually, in almost any of these ways. So any of those ways, if you actually go on there and you create your account on Amazon, you can offer teas in a multitude of varieties, a multitude of different ways and different price points and even different bundles. Now keep in mind too, that Amazon does have regulations and rules on how to bundle properly packages and stuff. I won't get too much into that right now in this video, but I do have a video coming out that's gonna teach you a little bit of how to bundle products for Amazon. But if you want to get on Amazon, you're going to have millions of people looking at your potential tea products or different tea bundles or whatever it might be. So look into Amazon as being a platform to go to when you start to sell these teas in these different ways. All right, so number 8, private label and co-packing. Did you know that actually teas can be co-packed and you can get a private label tea business up and running? There are actually companies out there that manufacture with your name and your product individual tea bags, believe it or not, with your tea blends or a preset of different tea blends that they offer. And the reason why is that they co-pack it and they will create your brand for you and manufacture it for you, and then you tell them where to ship it. So if you have a fulfillment center or if you actually want them to ship it back to you, you fulfill the orders as they come in, but you don't have to actually make it. So yes, private label co-packing, another way to sell tea. Next up, number 9, is of course eBay. Now, believe it or not, a lot of people have actually done consulting with, a lot of clients that I've spoken with over the past 3 years have mentioned to me that they've thought about eBay, but they hear a lot of negative things about selling food on eBay and that it's not profitable. Well, to be honest with you, it is. eBay has millions of customers that go on there for snacks, drinks, candies, food, and everything else in between that's edible and you can actually eat. So believe it or not, eBay is a great place to have a store presence. That's why I've been on there for probably about 12, 13 years now. But you want to make sure that you have a presence on there. Reason being, believe it or not everybody goes to Amazon and not everybody likes to shop on Amazon, nor do they like to shop on Etsy. So you could pick up that additional traffic by having a tea store specifically set up on eBay. That is another way that you can sell your tea product. Now, number 10, Etsy. Yes, believe it or not, Etsy is and still will be a fantastic website to sell food products. If you're talking specifically about tea, then yes, you can definitely create another tea store there. Damien, why would I want to be in all these places when I can be on Amazon and of course be in front of more people than Etsy and eBay probably combined? Well, the reason being is like I just mentioned, you don't know for sure that everybody actually goes to Amazon. I actually have some friends of mine who stopped shopping at Amazon just for whatever personal reasons they don't like to go. And why would I miss out on traffic on eBay and Etsy if I'm selling a tea product and I want it to be in as many people's eyes as possible, because you don't know how many of those sales are potentially going to happen. So be on Etsy, just like you're going to be on other platforms, because it's only going to be beneficial. It's not going to harm your business. It's only going to make it even better. Number 11, Shopify. So now Shopify, the reason why I say Shopify, of course, there's WooCommerce, there's GoDaddy, and there's a ton of others. I personally have a great website that we've developed on Shopify, marketingfoodonline.com, actually our website for this particular channel on YouTube. Shopify is amazing. It has done a great considerable amount of business for us. Building out a website on Shopify selling tea, they have a ton of different apps that create a great functionality and very easy to use interface for your customers. This is going to make your website even more enjoyable to shop in. It's very simple to use, and it has become a widely used platform to create your own website. Again, another way to sell your tea. Number 12. May or may not have ever heard of this, and if you're not been in the food industry, you probably haven't, but food service. So have you ever wondered that the restaurant that you go to, where in the world do they get all of their food supplies from? Where do they get all their sauces and their seasonings and their plates and their smallwares and all of that stuff that they do, lids for containers and cups? That comes from food service. That is a form, that's a huge industry by the way, but it is a form of food distribution. So that actually, if they're eating from, you talk about vacation homes, if you talk about hotels, if you talk about cafeterias, hospitals, universities, colleges, all of them have to get their food products from somewhere. Well, they get it from food service. Well, if you have your own brand of tea, believe it or not, food service companies distribute a lot of tea. They have ready-to-make tea mixes, they have natural tea blends, they have whole loose leaf teas. There's a ton of variety that go through food service companies that go out to restaurants and everyone else in between. So make sure you double check into food service, because if you create your own type of tea, or maybe you're importing it in big quantities, they may be interested in distributing a heck of a lot of it, because they do. Number 12. So number 13, LinkedIn. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Damien, LinkedIn is not exactly an e-commerce website. No, it's not. But I'll tell you right now, there are a ton of tea industry CEOs, tea buyers, tea manufacturers, grocery stores, shops that sell tea, coffee shops, everything that you can imagine on LinkedIn. And yes, you can sell stuff on LinkedIn by putting a link to either your Amazon store, eBay store, your Shopify website, wherever it may be that you are online. LinkedIn can be leveraged to draw sales to your business. It is mind-boggling, it's staggering. We actually have developed, just with Marketing Food Online, this YouTube channel, nearly 9,500 industry connections on just food industry alone with what we do with Marketing Food. Now, we are a service, basically a content and service company, but if it's a physical product company, it still can be used the exact same way. So check out LinkedIn. Number 14, Facebook. Now, if you don't realize it, or if you have, Facebook is a marketplace. There is a variety of ways you can sell products on Facebook. If you have a tea business and you have a presence on these other platforms, great. You need to add one more, and that needs to be Facebook. Because Facebook is a place where you can also run Facebook ads very simply and attract and go to the people who are actually in the tea consumption, that are into tea drinking, and people who enjoy drinking tea in general, or even just groups of people who talk about different teas. Believe it or not, yes, there are groups on Facebook that are geared towards the tea industry, and you need to be a part of those groups. That is another way to sell tea online if you have not understood that yet. Number 15, this is one of my favorite, Twitter. We use Twitter for our candy and snack business often, actually every single day, believe it or not. From time to time, we will push out several products every day at certain times with certain hashtags. Now, the reason why I say use Twitter to sell tea is, believe it or not, hashtag tea, hashtag coffee, hashtag beverage, hashtag food and beverage, all of those hashtags have a ton of people every day that are engaged in conversation, product recommendations, everything you can think of about tea products. Why not be on Twitter and simply use it on a day-to-day basis to help promote the sale of your tea by using a few hashtags? Twitter is amazing. You have to definitely look into it. Number 16, we got 3 more to go. Cottage food. So now, if you're not familiar with what cottage food law is, it's actually laws that every state have established to allow you to create a home-based food business. But the bulk and the majority of them do allow you to actually sell teas. Teas that you can blend or teas that you make. Now, you can't necessarily sell the made tea itself in a bottle to be drank, in order for you to drink it, ready-to-made drinks. That is normally not allowed. But the tea leaves themselves, you can definitely sell. Sell them at farmers markets, festivals, local events. They are a great way to start a home-based food business with minimal investment, but it gives you the opportunity to, if you've never been an entrepreneur before and you want to sell tea, you can start selling it on a small scale and then grow it from there. So definitely look at cottage food laws. Every single state is slightly different, but the bulk of the ones that I'm aware of actually allow you to sell teas. Number 17. You can actually sell tea without ever even buying it and stocking it. Now, this is a unique concept. It's kind of unique in the sense that there's quite a few people on eBay that I've noticed who do this. But here's the concept. Let's just say it happens to be Walmart. And Walmart has a huge tea section, believe it or not. Now, they stock all that tea and they have it on their shelves. You create a store on eBay or Etsy or one of these other platforms, and what you do is you actually take a picture of it, you take a picture, an image of it, you upload it, you make a price point for yourself, however you want to sell it. Maybe you want to do it in bulk, or maybe you want to sell 10 boxes at a time or 5 boxes, whatever it may be. But from there, you actually go to the store and fulfill the order only as you sell it. So you never actually have an inventory in stock. Now, what I recommend doing this, some of the challenges are sometimes the store might be out of a certain flavor of tea, and that might pose a problem for you. Now, most of these platforms do recommend that you carry an inventory of the product, so I would say you might want to do that. But this is a concept, and if you want to do it, that's up to you. But the idea is to actually never have inventory. You simply buy it and then flip it. Now, number 18, create a comparison site. This is actually really cool. You're not ever going to sell the tea. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Amazon Associates, which is an affiliate program, and you're going to build out either a blog or a website, and you're going to compare and contrast the different types of teas that are on the marketplace. And then you're going to create a link because you're an Amazon associate, and you get a percentage of every bit of tea that's ever sold through your links. And you're going to compare all these different types of teas and show images of them. And there's a link on there that you're going to create that takes them to Amazon. The customer will check out, and when they buy that product, what will happen is you get a portion of the proceeds. Pretty cool, huh? You actually don't ever even buy it. You don't inventory it. Now, the percentage is relatively low, but if you drive a lot of traffic to your website or even your blog, and you have a really good built-out website, you can generate quite a bit of money actually, without never having to ship the tea product itself. Lastly, number 19. All right, we're at number 19. Guess what? YouTube. Yes, right here on YouTube, making videos that compare, in a sense, similar to number 18. But if you did a video and you compared a variety of teas, or better yet, you talked about the health benefits of tea consumption and drinking tea, and you did a 10, 12-minute little video, and you create a website, you create a channel on YouTube dedicated to different types of beverages or the health benefits of tea, coffee, and other things. Then in the description section below the video, then you have your affiliate links so people can buy the product. But the great thing about this is when you make a video on YouTube, it is there forever. So you're going to create a passive stream of income by generating videos because of the teas that you're going to review. And then every single time that link is clicked and someone buys something, you're going to get paid a portion of that amount. So basically you can generate a passive income from selling tea without actually selling tea. So those are 19 different ways. You may have thought of some of them, maybe you haven't. You can actually sell tea online and create a tea business. Some of them you don't even have to have inventory for. And then some of them you can make your own. So if you have any questions about tea businesses, let us know down below and we will definitely get back to you as soon as possible. If this video was helpful, give us a big thumbs up. And again, check out our memberships program with the different perks. We do appreciate everybody. We've had quite a few people already joining, and you can join from month to month or even just 1 month at a time, or you can join and stay on there for as long as you want. And I'll see you guys on our next video.